Congratulations on being a new mother. This is a really exciting, albeit challenging time, and you're going to be bombarded with tons and tons of information and advice from everywhere and everyone. But one of the questions you might be asking yourself or your friends or your neighbor or your grandmother, and certainly the question that you have asked us, is should I start a routine with my 2-week-old baby? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what we would recommend you can do with a baby this young to help guide them towards some excellent sleep patterns that will begin to be established further down the track. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Nicky. I'm a mother to 3 lovely children and one of the pediatric sleep experts who started Little Ones. After the birth of my youngest child and realizing that there was no decent, reliable vault of information, advice, methods in the complex world of infant sleep, Amanda and I decided to start a company where we can offer scientific, evidence-based, pediatrician-recommended, mother-approved sleep guidance to families all around the world. We developed a set of online sleep programs which are now available through our app, and through which you can guide your little one through every sleep regression, nap transition, leap phase, stage, sleep challenge from birth right through to 3 years old. We have now helped over 200,000 families worldwide achieve better sleep through our trusted and comprehensive advice. We would love to help you too. Check out our website www.littlenones.co to see if we are the right fit for your family. So tell me in the comments below, when did you establish some sort of sleep routine with your little one? We would love to hear from you, and if you have any questions about your little one's sleep, we would love to answer them for you. Right, let's talk about your sleep question. Should your 2-week-old be in a routine? The word routine is a very loaded word, I find, and there are a lot of negative, archaic images that routine conjures up. In actual fact, we don't even really refer to our sleep programs and guidance as a routine specifically because of those sort of regimented connotations. In terms of your 2-week-old or your newborn baby, routine isn't the right thing for us to be talking about. What we need to be talking about in a baby this young is simply understanding their sleep needs, appreciating where they're at in terms of their awake window maturation, and then knowing how to gradually work with your little one's circadian rhythm to develop some great sleep patterns going forward. It's not a routine. So to bluntly answer your question, I would say no, your 2-week-old shouldn't be in a routine. I wouldn't be working off regimentally set sleep times, feed times. I would be looking at the following things. Number 1, awake windows. This is so crucial, and we talk about awake windows all the time. I feel like I talk about it in every video because we know how important awake windows are to the sleep success of your little one at any age. An awake window simply means the period of time your baby is awake for between naps, including feeds. The thing about awake windows is that they change as quickly as your child is growing. So you can physically see how quickly your little one is growing and developing. Their awake windows and their sleep needs are also developing at this rapid rate. It is really important to stay on top of their sleep development, as I know you're trying to stay on top of their feeding needs and their physiological development, and later on you'll stay on top of their cognitive and language development. Sleep is the same. This means that you need to know what the appropriate awake window is for your baby at 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 10 weeks old, because it's different. Aiming for this awake window means that your little one is far less likely to get overtired and therefore difficult to settle, or that they'll be undertired and equally difficult to settle. It gives you a bit more of an idea of the structure of your day. Say, for example, your little one wakes at 7 in the morning. I would be in a 2-week-old looking at an awake window of no more than an hour and a half. At the latest, ideally, an hour to an hour 15. They wake up, change them, feed them, have a little bit of playtime, awake time, interaction time. Then they need to be swaddled and popped back in bed so that they are asleep at the end of that awake period. This will mean that your baby is tired enough to nap well, but they're not overtired, which can definitely lead to poor napping, especially throughout the day, and then a poor night's sleep. At this young age, that is one of the most important things to be concerned about regarding their sleep, is just getting their awake times right. Then, depending on how long they nap for, you simply measure their next awake window based from when they wake up from that nap until they next need to be asleep. And you continue your day in this fashion. It's not a routine as such, it's more of a guide or a pattern to help you structure your day and just know what's coming next for you and your baby. The other element that goes hand in hand with the awake windows is your little one's nap allocation. And at this age, most babies will be napping really well. And that is because they're still recovering from the birth. Their sleep cycles are very immature, so they don't have differentiated daytime sleep cycles. They can, if they're not hungry or if they don't have wind, they can easily stay asleep for hours at a time. While this sounds amazing, it can become a little bit problematic. And that is because the more your baby sleeps during the day, the less they're going to sleep overnight. What can happen with newborn babies, babies generally between sort of 0 and 6 to 8 weeks anyway, when catnapping can start to creep in, is that we let them sleep and sleep and sleep during the day for 2 to 3 hours at a time. They're having short awake windows, lots of daytime sleep, and not heaps of feeds. Then, of course, your little one wants to do the opposite at night, and they'll sleep for shorter periods at night and stay awake for longer between their sleeps, and then they're wanting to have lots of feeds. You can see that they've got this around the wrong way, and that's really, really common. The days and the nights are just a little bit mixed up. This is because your baby's circadian rhythm is so underdeveloped, and they really do rely on us to help them kick their circadian rhythm into action, so to speak. What this looks like is being a bit more in control of how much your little one is napping during the day. If they are a sleepy, oversleeping baby, you might need to start getting them up a little bit earlier from their naps, just to ensure that they get enough good feeds in during the day and they're having enough awake time and not too many nap hours, so that it will lead to a more settled baby overnight. So at this age, at 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, this is definitely what I would be looking at doing. I will be looking at working off their awake times and then just making sure that their nap lengths during the day are really helping them to be a great napper, but also a great nighttime sleeper. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because there can be so much conflicting information out there, and you might not really even know where to look to find this out. Look no further. We have done all the hard work for you. We have literally made a baby sleep algorithm, if such a thing is possible. We've totally nailed it. We've got the tricks, we know all the secrets, and they are within our sleep programs. So make sure you check out our website, which I will link below, because we will guide you. Our app guides you like minute by minute throughout the day of what your baby needs, what's coming next, what the ideal awake times should be, just to take that guesswork out, because you've got enough to worry about with a new baby. The last thing you need to be worrying about is, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? How much sleep do they need? Is this enough awake time? We'd love to help you. Well, I hope that's answered your sleep question about whether your 2-week-old should be in a routine. It's a no and it's kind of a yes. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon.